So this mod is definitely far from being complete, however it should give an idea to what I'm trying to achieve. Now as you can see, brown ones can move, and they are not actually the slowest one. There's actually going to be another slow one which you'll see shortly. But yeah, that's going to be the first change. They're still not very difficult. They got a max bullet count of 2, so you can easily just manipulate when they shoot and then just fire when they can't shoot anymore. So they're fairly easy, but can definitely be annoying on the right map. Oh yeah, and I've also made just a couple of custom ones. A lot of them aren't the best. I'm not exactly the best designer. But greys, they seem very fast, but they actually have your exact same speed. And they also have a maximum bullet of 2, so they're also pretty easy, but also pretty annoying. I made it so they can dodge pretty well. And of course, with all that speed, it makes it even more difficult. And most levels in the first 20 have a bonus tank. And you may know, I'll talk about the play a little bit. I am significantly faster than the main game, and also I'm playing on Dolphin, so I can't move as smoothly as I wanted to. And also, if you compare my shots to theirs, mine are slightly faster. Just for anyone who likes giving it a number 4, my projectile speed is 3.5, and these tanks are 3. Now, of course, that does not mean that you'll have the same speed. And level 4 is dangerous. The strategy I've come up with is to just go down as soon as you can, because you do not want to be trapped in that top box. So far this doesn't look too bad. Of course, way a lot harder than the main game, but here's where things can get a bit dangerous. First of all, go up. If you're familiar with... oh my goodness. If you're familiar with the vanilla game, they are actually... If you're familiar with the vanilla game, they are actually not as bad as they seem, because they've got a maximum bullet count of 1, just like in the main game, and they got perfect accuracy. So in theory... if you can move correctly, they shouldn't be too bad. Of course, this is probably the hardest level with them, because they thrive in an open field, because you can't hide behind walls. But yeah, and they lay mines, because why not? Probably skip to... oh, never mind. Also, I just added a few random holes in the level, because why not? Yeah, this layout is absolutely terrible. It was one of the first ones I made, and yeah, that was about it. Yeah, so immediately here, with all these walls, it makes them significantly easier. And the bombs, in a way, actually nerfs them, because they are so slow. Like, these ones are the slowest tank, at least the slowest moving one. And also, tanks have what is called... or at least what I like to call an aggro stat, which is why in the vanilla game, they always just hide, because they have got the lowest, or they got a negative aggro stat. And in this mod, the only 2 in negative aggros, are teals and browns. And I can't remember if I've said, but teals are the slowest ones. This is another layout. This one isn't too bad. And he almost died because of his mine. Yeah, and of course the browns have got... I think I upped their mine detection. I probably upped the mine detection of everything except for 1. Oh. Okay. And it's quite difficult to play on an emulator. I'm only used to playing this on console with a Can I finish my sentence? I'm only used to playing this on a Wii remote, with nunchuck, so playing on emulator and recording at the same time and talking isn't exactly the easiest. Okay, mission 8. The yellows, because of how weak they are probably the ones who got the biggest buff, but even that is debatable. So also the level itself, nearly all of the walls can be destroyed. Their mine laying has been up to 11. And as you can see, their normal bullets. This is not going well. And as you can see, their normal bullets are much faster. In fact, almost double the standard. Well, the standard for enemies at least. He was so close to dying there. But of course, they're still not exactly a huge threat. They still shoot very slowly, max bullet count of 1. And what else about them? They are quite inaccurate. Like the teals, for example, have got perfect accuracy and the yellows don't. But in some ways, that can actually make it more difficult because how did nothing... In some ways, it can make it more difficult because they're not as predictable. And how's nothing died yet? Okay, that was an interesting scenario. And I think this level is modified. I can't even remember because I didn't change it very much. Okay. I almost... Yeah, I can't remember how often the yellows shoot. I can quickly check after this mission. Yeah, I can't check right now. Mission 10, I'm gonna die so many times here. Now, first of all, you may have noticed the layout is different because I hate mission... Oh, they shot himself. The mission 10 layout is terrible. So all I did was just lower the height a little bit, and that made it way better. The pinks are extremely annoying. They have the 4th highest aggro stat. They are a bit faster. I actually want to nerf their speed a bit. They are much faster. They got a max bullet count of 4, which can be dangerous. However, you can still outbullet them. Barely. So basically, they are the same as vanilla pinks, just more dangerous. And after you get used to playing a little bit, like the teals aren't too bad. Like as long as you remember they're there. However, on mission 5, they'll always be difficult. And another good part about this game, or at least that I think, it trains you to not just outbullet enemies, because that won't always work, especially once we get to the later levels. You have to really start bouncing on the walls. Also, what I tried to achieve from the level design is make it so mines are a bit more necessary. And also in the vanilla game, your max bullet count is 6. I think it's 6. I don't think it's 5. But in this game, it's 11. Which you'll definitely need. I'm also not gonna go through all 100 levels, obviously. Not only with that. Not only are they not finished, but that would also take forever. Also greens. Now you may think green's got the most ridiculous buff possible, but not really. Like I've kind of like and I've also, unlike what's it called, the mastery mod, I've kept them stationary. I do think some things still need to be stationary. But pretty much the only modification is that they fire much faster, well, slightly faster. But that's about it, really. They haven't actually changed that much, and I've also just made them just a bit better at finding you. And also, yeah, this level design isn't the best either. This one is a bit better than the old version. Also, he's probably not going to shoot at all in this whole level. But these things being fast is really... These things being fast are really annoying. Like... Okay. Be careful. Oh, what is going on up there? And also tanks have got a stat, which makes it so they don't shoot when there are other tanks near them. I did not see that bullet. Although I don't really understand why sometimes... This is the case for vanilla as well. I don't know why they sometimes just don't even bother dodging. And this level... I haven't gotten to changing this yet, and I really want to because I do not like this layout at all. Especially when you have an aggro pink just coming at you, and you are literally trapped. Oh my god, okay. Nice. No, they moved him out of the way, so I can't just... shoot him. So layer might... Yeah, since this level's unchanged, just do the vanilla... Or I do my vanilla strat. Just layer mine there. Right, finally, I've only died 6 times so far, which in this mod isn't the worst. Now, so this is how they shoot. Now, basically, I've made their turret, like, movement a bit more wider and a bit faster, so they just shoot more, even when it's impossible for them to hit you. I honestly could make them a bit more difficult. Just be brave and just go in the middle. And he just dodged all of them. Yeah, I forgot the vanilla solution of... Unless he fires from there. The vanilla solution of... Ooh, wrong button. The vanilla solution of just going up here. Shoot once, then shoot several times after and you win. Oh yeah, level 17 is coming up. But first we have purples. Now these are the ones I'm at the moment the most unhappy with. Just because I'm a bit unsure on what to do with them. They are fairly slow. They are extremely... Oh, wow. They are extremely aggro. And their bullets are as fast as... No, are a bit slower than yellows. This level reminds me of... This layout reminds me of mission... 60? No, not 60. I can't remember which one. Oh, one of the later ones. It's been a while since I've played vanilla tanks. But trust me, like, playing on... If I played on the Wii with an actual controller, not just a mouse and keyboard. Oh, like, what was that shot, yellow? If I played if I played on an actual controller, I am reaching level 100 every single time. Like, I'm not even joking. Because, I don't know who would be wondering this. For those that are interested... Oh, there's a brown here. And also, I've added browns and greys to the later levels. Because in vanilla, like, browns... You don't see browns post level... let me think. Post level 4, right? At least, you know, until after 20 hits. Yeah, mission 17, just all greens, because why not? It's really actually not too bad. That's gonna get him, wow. You just do the vanilla strat, but it's just slightly more dangerous. Ah, wait a minute. I think my last save didn't... The reason they're not firing is because, like, as you can see, his turret is only facing me, which means he's not looking at any other walls to be able to pinpoint me. So he's only going to shoot once I go past this wall. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a fix, which I'll do soon. Still kind of getting used to how the AI perfectly works. Yes, I think greens are definitely going to be on the bucket list for a buff. Yeah, this level, I don't know what to do with this one. I'm debating whether I should be changing every single layout or just some or none. Not sure yet. That teal up there is going to be very dangerous. Okay, good. When he dies, it becomes a bit easier. It's like those greys like coming towards me because they got just a tiny bit of aggro stat, which means they're not completely defensive. Also, he should die soon. Yeah, so he was in what Big Kitty likes to call survival mode. So since my bullets were near him, he wasn't going to shoot. Also, how did this purple make it here? Okay, now it's just... Hopefully there's no mines. Oh. Whoa. I think we just go up here. I've never done that. I've never done this strategy before. Also, that wall down there looks ugly. I need to change that. Level 9, I absolutely despise level 90. I despise it on vanilla, but it's even worse here. It would have been evil to add some holes on that side as well. Okay, that's one down. And the purples get very weird when you cluster them into a group. I'm probably going to skip over quite a lot of this one. Yeah, for whatever reason, they all cluster up, which means that they can't shoot because they're too close to each other. See, they only shot now because they were separated. Ooh, they do fire fast though, so you need to be careful. Final mission. Okay, final mission. These two are kind of insane, and I do think this is one of the most RNG levels in the game, simply because there are no walls and you just have to hope that you somehow win. Okay, so basically the whites have got the highest aggro... Basically, the whites have got their highest aggro stat in the game. They fire as fast as yellows, and they have got extremely fast acceleration, and try your best to not go in a corner at the beginning of this level. And well, the black one here kind of speaks for itself. It fires very fast. Its projectile speed is actually a bit slower than the teals, believe it or not. Its projectile speed is actually slightly slower than the teals. And they have a max bullet count of 1. So, like, so the same logic actually still applies. If you keep going in one direction, you will win, in theory. Oh, okay, right. No, he died. Nice. So now I just have to deal with the 5 bullet count of the... That was bad. Now I just have to deal with the 5 bullet count of the white. Yeah, and he is also very fast, along with max acceleration. Okay, but with just 1 on its own, it's pretty manageable, and he should... No, he's not going to die yet. Okay, so I have to try my best to use the walls to bounce on. Nice. Finally. So I only lost, quote-unquote, only lost 12 lives, but I gained 1 for every 5 missions. So that's a bonus of 3. Oh yeah, and also my Wii Play save is, but like, files are kind of glitched because I'm playing on an American version and edited stuff on a European version, but whatever, it still works. And that was that. Thank you for watching.